Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
So you had something fun last week.
A very exciting thing going on right now. Because, okay, we're going to talk about Wicked.
Yes,
Wicked. About here. But, you know, that musical has been huge forever.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But now with the whole movie thing, the resurgence and, like, the renewed love of the movie, plus it's now reaching this whole new generation.
Yeah.
It's just like... It's like a craze.
It is. My daughter is obsessed with it.
She is, right?
She's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both my stepdaughters are.
Well, and they're different ages too, which I think, to your point, really transcends.
We took the whole family to the movie.
Yep.
You know, both the movies when they came out, and everybody loved
Isn't
it.
that
And
amazing?
I really just love it. It's like very, one, nostalgic because it's all Wizard of Oz tied in.
Yes.
So it's like multi-generational. You can talk about it with grandparents, young kids, and like everybody kind of gets it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it kind of leads to some nice discussions.
It really does. And then the music within itself is like a whole other character.
Amazing.
So, you're singing the music with I was singing, Victoria walked around the house singing it on repeat.
Yes.
And it really is. I mean, then you have your green or your pink.
Yeah.
Like, what team are you?
And
it's fun.
But the story itself is really actually very heartwarming and nice. And it's kind of like, girl power and banding together and all that. So Wicked is on stage right now at PPAC. And last week I actually had just the incredible treat to actually interview both Glinda and Elphaba.
Yes.
So here is a little bit of that interview for you. Of this magnitude.
Well, I think there's been a resurgence in Wicked since the movie. It's like you look out in the audience and you see kids dressed up as Glinda and Elphaba, adults too, everyone dressed up as Glinda and Elphaba. I think it's really exciting to see this new generation take the show in.
Yeah, it is. It's so exciting to just be able to be so many kids' first stage, Elphaba and Glinda, and now that they have this relationship and they're so excited to see it live and just to be able to give that to them as a gift every day.
And we all have our own favorite parts. Obviously, those big productions, those amazing notes that you guys hit, I think for the audience is always so satisfying. But for you, what are some of your favorite parts of the show? Is it the same, or do you guys have kind of parts that maybe other people might not be recognizing the same way?
My two favorite parts of the show are What Is This Feeling, which is a part where Elphaba and Glinda actually aren't getting along very well, but I love the moments where the whole ensemble is on stage with us. Those are the moments I'm like, oh my gosh, I really am in Wicked, like that's crazy. And my second favorite is For Good at the end. It's just Jessie and I. We have both done our marathons of shows and we're coming together at the end, and it's just a really great Glinda and Elphaba moment, but also a really great Jessie Zoe moment.
Yeah, completely agree. I feel like For Good is kind of our, we did it. We lock in at the end of the show. Zoe and I don't really get to see each other a lot backstage. We only see each other on stage. So during the show, to be able to lock in with her at the end and just connect and slow down for a moment and be able to sing a song about friendship, and we do have a real friendship, so just to be able to have that on stage feels so special. And then my other favorite is the Dancing Through Life sequence, because it's just kind of an all skate. You're getting the world of Wicked in this one sequence, and it just feels colorful and magical, and you understand the world of the show so much in that sequence.
And now you guys are here for a little bit of an extended amount of time, which is kind of fun. So will you get to spend any time out in Rhode Island at all? I know you have a little bit of a connection.
Yes, I'm actually heading to my house in Middletown right after this. My family has a house there, and I've spent so much time there, and I'm so excited to just reconnect with a sense of home while being here. It's so important when we're on the road to feel like we have our people around in some capacity and to feel like we can connect in with a place. And so being in Rhode Island feels so special to me right now. I've just spent so much time here in my life with my family. So
She must be an ambassador for you guys.
Yes, I've never been, but one of the cool parts about getting to travel is we meet local crew, and my dresser told me last night, okay, 3 things. Wait, let me remember. Coffee milk.
Yep.
Hot dogs.
Yep, they're called hot wieners.
Hot wieners, excuse me. And Dell's lemonade.
Yes, you got the trifecta.
So I have a lot to do. I have a to-do list.
They were so fun, so cool. I loved meeting them, and I saw the show last week. It is so good.
You loved it.
It is so good. They are fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, The voices are incredible.
They are unbelievable.
I have chills thinking about it right now. You know that, the big number defying gravity and all that. It feels just as big in the theater, if not more so, because don't forget it's with a live orchestra playing along, and this is all live, and no spoiler alert, but like she is up in the air.
That's unbelievable.
And so it is just such a powerful
the costumes
part
are
of it.
beautiful
And
to me too,
it's
you said you were pretty up close. So
yeah, we had amazing seats, but I would just highly recommend it to anyone. And it is here for a little bit of an extended amount of time. So it's here until the 22nd. So there is some time to see it. And I was speaking with the ladies of PPAC last week as well. And there are still tickets available. You might think it's sold out. It is not sold out. It is very busy, but most shows still had tickets available. Of course, much more availability midweek, matinees, etc.
So definitely check that out.
Yes.
Very cool.
So cool.
And we have a very cool guest coming up, so make sure you stick around because we'll be right back with Spotlight New England. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. We're so excited for our next guest. Kristi Dukoff from Kristi's Kraftails is with us. And we have just been a fan of yours for so long now. We just love your story, love your products.
Love your energy.
I was just going to thank you. Just like, you are just like, sappy. It's funny because one time somebody described my son Alex as a party in a box. And I thought, like, that's how you are. Like, you're like a party in a box.
You're like walking sunshine, though.
You bring party
You guys are ridiculous.
No, you are.
I'm coming here every week from now on.
Please
Flattery will get you everything.
It really is true. You always do. You always have a smile on your face. Whenever you're in the Roadshow Kitchen, as you know, on TV it comes across with us in the kitchen with you. You always positive and happy and just exude good energy.
I'm living my best life. I say I'm living my best mocking life.
Yes.
I honestly feel this way. When I tell you guys that I pinch myself daily, I'm not lying. Like, I am so lucky and so like humbled and I'm just grateful.
We're gonna get into what you do in a second, but I really want to touch on that for a moment. How do you not lose sight of that? Because you may be living your best life, but you are working hard, and you are like boots on the ground. You are like a one-woman show. I know your mom helps you and stuff, but really it's all you. So how do you not lose? How do you not lose sight of that when you're doing so much? Does that mean you don't? Yeah.
I always say when you work for yourself, it's like a different breed. Like you honestly, you feel like this intense like motivation, right? Because it's sink or swim. If you're not doing it, if you're not working this hard, you're gonna get as much as you put in, and that's like super important. But I thrive because I get to be around cool people all the time, and that's really fun.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
I mean, I was gonna say like there is it's so awesome when you can vibe off someone else's energy, but like you meet a lot of people. There have to be some people where you're kind of like, all right, this could have been a little more, whatever. But like you always keep that energy.
Thank you. I was like, when somebody doesn't say hi, Ashley, or like I'm just like, okay, and I'll just be like, have a nice day too. So I get a little sassy. I get away with that a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they'll realize like I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just literally genuinely grateful to be in these beautiful atmospheres around incredible, talented, creative people. And I mean, this is my life.
Yeah. And we've had you obviously in the kitchen with Kristi's Kraftails, but like let's go back because even when you were here earlier, we kind of chit-chatting before the show. You were talking to Owen about going to Gracie's. You're like, hey, I used to work. Like, let's go. What is your story? What is your background?
My background? Yeah. It's so funny that you asked that because the reason I started my business was because Ellen was pregnant at Gracie's, and I was their bar manager for majority of my career. I started pairing 5, 7, and 9 course chef tastings with mocktails. And that's how it all started because she was
pregnant. From her pregnancy.
And that's why I always tell people I started this for people who are pregnant or looking for a healthier path. So I have like a sweet spot for the mamas. And just a shout out, happy International Women's Day.
That's
day late.
Right.
Yes, love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So so that's how it originally started.
That's how it originally started.
And sky was the limit with testing out and playing with any flavors I wanted. I mean, I was distilling, literally, I was roasting hay that I got from Long Island. Shout out to Owen. And I was slow roasting that, and then I would make that into a syrup, and then we would turn that into a mocktail, and obviously a cocktail too.
Where did you even come up with that?
I know. We did Star Chef.
How do you know you can do that?
Yeah, it was just fun where you're like, oh, we could do that. And we did an event where they were making it in an ice cream, and I was like, I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it into a drink.
Yes.
So then you have this, you know, like playground where you can have fun with it, and you were like, I think I can even like take this further.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, I'm still like, are you crazy that you took this further? It's the most overwhelming thing I've ever done in my entire life, but it's the most rewarding. And when you say work hard, that is an understatement. It is a 24 hours a day. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
You are every hat, literally. That's why I wear a hat. That's why I started this business, really, so I can wear my hat.
Wear your hat.
Anytime I want. But yeah, you work extremely hard, but the energy that other people bring, and when they taste the products, and they, you know, how hard, I always tell people, a little shout out to all these people working farmers markets and stuff.
Yeah.
That little detail of you saying hi to someone, they are up so early, they were up so late, they work so many hours. It's like, even if you're not going to buy from them, it doesn't matter. A simple hello, thank you. You know, I thank every single person who comes up to my booth and say, thank you for supporting all of us, thank you for being here, because I'm genuinely grateful.
And it's true, because you really are, and it's one of those things too, is you never know who that person works for or what they
Thank
do,
you.
right? Like it's just one of those things where like you never know who they know. Like
Correct.
they might know the head of like, I mean, let's just say they know the head of like, you know, the biggest beverage company in like the U.S.
You never know who you're
and they might
waiting
be
on.
like, hey, you know, you gotta check these out.
Yeah.
So you are right. But
It's really funny that you say that, because I do, they're not doing it this year, but the PBS, you know, one of my favorite fundraisers.
Yes.
I met Rhonda, who's the head of iHeartRadio.
Yep.
No idea who she was. She just came up and started, and you never know. And now she has been a huge supporter of me. She hires me for
great.
events, like
that's
really, really
great.
cool. You never know who you're going to meet.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
you don't.
true.
And,
It's
you
very
know,
true.
For you, I would say, like, maybe some advice that you could give to other entrepreneurs, because I think that you really are the product. Like, you have an amazing product that you actually sell, but I think that people genuinely connect with you at like the first point of
it's so
contact.
funny.
You're like
say
a
that.
magnet.
And it's almost like you have to like your product, because like you are so lovable, you
Thank
know?
you. Lisa Areola at Hope in Maine, you
Yeah.
know, my number one, I love Hope in Maine.
We love Lisa.
Yeah. She always said, she's like, you're the brand. And people
Yeah.
always tell me that I'm magnetic. And I think that
Yes.
is the most amazing compliment everybody, because I just want to exude happiness. And like, you know, we have enough going on in the world. The best advice that I could give somebody, well, two things, I think. One, there is no such thing as an off day. You can't have an off day. I mean, recently I was fighting a cold. There's no off switch. You're a one person for the most part, unless you have hands and stuff, but you have to steer the ship, and that is really important. And then remember why you started it in the first place. I think that's really important, and just that passion and that love, like, don't lose sight of that. And if you start to lose sight of that, maybe it's time to pivot and go back to the roots, you know, of why you started in the first place.
That's a good point. So when you kind of decided, okay, listen, I'm going to do this, I'm going to start this business, did you approach Hope in Maine? Is that what kind of happened
So
first?
this is really funny. Lisa and Waterman were regulars of mine at Gracie's, right? Ellen.
It's a universal.
I know, this is so funny. I'm going to tell you. So we did Sunday suppers at our close friends, the farmers. We love the farmers in East Bay. We would do Sunday suppers, and Ellen would come to that. You know, I had a relationship with Ellen outside of, you know, working for all those years afterwards, still being, you know, connected. And they were like, why don't you, this was during the second wave of the pandemic. They're like, why don't you look into bottling the drinks? So literally the next day, Joe Farmer and I went for a walk, and we just were like, all right, we could start doing this. And I took off running. Ellen set up a meeting with Lisa for the end of January. I am still the fastest company, because my OCD, it's a superpower. I'm the fastest company to come out of Hope in Maine. I was up and running by March 2nd.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's how quickly the turnaround was for you?
Because I am crazy. And this is...
That's
How
what I
did you
did.
figure that all out? Because it's one thing to know what you want to do,
Yes.
but it is quite another. Because we talk about this all the time.
totally.
We're full of ideas.
Yeah.
Right.
But like to implement something, and something like that is an actual product you have to sell. Like, how did
Correct.
you figure that all out?
Okay, so because of the superpower, the OCD, Hope in Maine gives you a guideline, right? They're a great resource, especially because they're, you know, without having a brick and mortar, et cetera.
Yeah.
However, I called the IRS myself. I called the Division of Taxation. I called the Secretary of State. I called the FDA, because I didn't want to do something wrong, and I knew that
for you.
this, once you print something, or once you get approved from the Department of Health, you never print labels beforehand, et cetera. There are so many little details, especially in Rhode Island. It is not easy, and I say this every day. This is why people can't own businesses, because it is extremely hard, and it is financially very difficult. So you really have to know your vision and know what you're going into, but also knowing what boxes to check. And I learned all that in doing it right, because what do you tax? What do you don't tax?
Right,
you don't want to
absolutely.
make that mistake as a small business. You already have such a small margin.
that could really kill you if you
Yes.
put the wrong box in there.
Exactly.
So did you have your name? Was that easy? The name Easy Peasy?
So
Like,
it's
you had to
funny
do that?
that you say that because originally when I met with Lisa, I was like, oh, it's going to be Kristi's Craft Mocktails and Cocktails. And then we were talking about it. I was like, oh, like Kraftails. She's like, well, they might think it's a dog because Skittles is the logo. But I was like, no, I'm going to trademark Kraftails where it's craft, cocktails
Yes.
and mocktails. So I trademarked Kraftails.
I love it. I love the name. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
I'm very grateful that I pivoted and did that because the other name was way too long.
Well, it flows off the tongue very easily. We've been dancing around it. Like, really, what is your
yeah, I
product?
know.
I was like, that's so funny. Doesn't everybody know?
I don't want someone to be watching and be like, what are you actually?
What do you do? Okay, so this is really bad because I keep expanding.
You do.
So,
You have a lot.
I have a lot on my
Great.
portfolio now, which is awesome. So I make all natural, fresh fruit, low sugar mocktails
Right.
that people can elevate into cocktails, so they just enjoy them on their own, as you know. We launched the rainbow nuts, which are seasoned, savory cashews that are very low in salt but packed with really fun, bold flavors. And then the latest thing is I have the crack
what's
cookies.
new? Oh,
The
right,
crack
yes,
cookies,
yes.
yeah. Where I paired up with Carly from the Grain Reaper, awesome
Yup.
gluten-free baker. We took my crack apple cider and we turned that into a gluten-free vegan cookie that I literally can't keep on the shelves. Like, it's crazy.
Really?
People's reception of that, and then they're pairing it with, because the apple cider is still being
Yes.
featured, because we're still kind of colder
Yeah.
weather. But that, so I keep expanding. I tease that I should have had a passion for popcorn instead of carrying around heavy drinks everywhere.
Right. No, that's such a good point. I didn't even think of that. The manual labor involved.
right.
Honestly.
All I do is pick it up. I pick it up,
Oh
I put
my
it down, I pick it up, I put it down, I
No
pick
wonder.
it back up, I put it down.
No wonder you work out with a weighted vest.
Literally.
She said, "But no problem.
Yeah.
Little
All I
effort
do
for
is
her.
pick it up. You guys can come join me on an event day anytime you want.
I mean, I
always
would love
invite
to be
you.
your hype girl.
I'm like,
I've seen you at
please.
many events.
Yes.
You always have a line. People
Yes.
love to talk to you and interact with
you.
you. Tell us about some of the events where people can find you.
Yeah.
Kind of on the regular. I'm sure you have some coming
Yes.
up, but I know you have some regulars.
Yeah,
as
some
well.
regular ones. Okay, so I do the Farm Fresh on Saturdays for the winter.
Yep.
Yeah.
9 to 1 at 10 Sim Street.
Yep.
I do Tiverton on Sundays. Because in the winter. In the summer, I do 7 to 11 events. So Fridays, Goddard Park. Saturdays, Casey Farm, Hope Street, Attleboro, and then Sundays I do Fisherman's. We do Tiverton. Rotating, I'm now doing We Be Jammin' events. One of my
all over.
favorite. One of my favorite things, though, is that I told you guys about this, the rainbow tea that we do at Archive, Book and Snackery
Yeah.
in Warren, which is like a gem.
Yeah.
We do that one Saturday a month where it's for the queer community, where we donate 10% of sales. I put out the rainbow nuts. We have a fun movie playing, and then we decorate, and then we always do a mocktail cocktail special. And it's an all-inclusive, all are welcome. You should see the allies that come, the queer community. It's incredible. It is a special, special night.
That's awesome.
In a very warm atmosphere in my town of Warren.
Yes.
I love it.
We
I
love
love
Warren.
So that's the biggest one. Then obviously we do things like the Wicked Gluten Free Expo, Pride.
Yeah.
Pride will be coming up. Hopefully doing Newport Pride. Newport behind me.
Newport.
And then I do Providence Pride. I mean, that's in June.
Yeah.
But we do, Veg Fest. New England Veg Fest is coming up at the end of
I
April.
just really don't know
You
how
really
you
do. One thing I love about you too, because I do believe that there's power in numbers, but you collaborate so much with
It's one of
people.
my favorite things.
Like
Why?
Why
Why is it-
why
It's
did
a
that-
domino
how did
effect. It's
start
funny
for
that you say that because I just got Lisa nominated me for an award, and the domino effect. Like, people don't realize how many people it affects, right? Where I get the nuts from, where I'm, sourcing the stuff to make the mocktails,
Yeah.
all this stuff. That is now supporting another small business, a local business. You have to keep it within the economy.
Yeah.
And yes, things may cost $1 more, $2 more. You know where your stuff is coming from. We're keeping it as local as we possibly can.
Yeah.
It is so important as a small business owner for us to be able to keep small businesses.
Yeah.
It is, that is really, really, really big.
What was with the nuts? You collaborated with somebody.
Yeah, Kristen, Pinch of Fancy.
Oh my
So we do
God,
custom
yes.
spices. You can only get those spices on those nuts. Same with Carly. You can only get the crack cookie through me.
So good.
So it really is a really big thing, and then it makes a difference. Like you were talking about events, me going to a wedding. Okay, I do weddings, I do bridal showers, baby
There's
showers.
literally nothing you
People
don't do.
love brides love
Yeah.
local. Baby
Yeah.
shower. How about when you can say this comes from this business, this business, and they're like,
true.
I just supported this many small businesses that supported that many families.
And it's like unique and like individual
different.
and
It's perfect.
personal.
Huge.
It's incredible.
Huge.
Before we let you go, what's next?
Oh my God, not popcorn. Maybe popcorn. You know,
Because I know this is your busy season coming up. So
weddings. I just booked my first holiday party for Christmas, which is really great. I was telling you about Sarah, who is doing that awesome. Like, she's an artist who creates dresses out of nature.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she just asked me to come and sling mocktails and cocktails for her event.
So cool.
Private events. I really want to focus on doing more weddings, more baby showers, more bridal showers, and then I have over 20 wholesales, but I want to maybe focus more on vineyards and breweries.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, collabing with them, because there's not a lot of non-alcoholic options.
Yep.
There's not a lot of food options. So having the nuts there, I think, I mean, they go so great.
Bar
with the mozzarella.
snacks, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my
I
God.
love a bar snack.
Keep it
Love it.
local. Keep it as local as we can.
You are an inspiration.
Kristi, we love you.
Love you
really
guys. I'm
do.
so grateful. I got to hang out with two power women today.
You are the best.
And I'm learning. You both are beautiful and never change who you are. Keep shining.
Isn't she the
Thank
best?
You.
I'm
I'm
cry.
serious.
No,
It's an emotional day.
We feel the same about
Yeah,
you.
we love
you really
you.
are.
We love you.
And like we've said to you before, it's amazing when good things happen to good people,
Yeah.
because we all know how hard you work, and we know that it's not just
Truly.
you saying that. You are
I
head
will
down. You never
never
complain
let
about
go
it
of
either.
that.
You
No,
never
she
complain.
never complains.
Thank you.
You're like, I get to go to these events. And
I am
that's
very
like,
lucky. Like, how, like, seriously, I'm blessed. Like, I get to do this, and then my mom, Mama Sharon.
Oh, we love
Skittles.
her.
I know, we love Mama Sharon.
Love her.
I'm like, that she is so proud and gets to be incorporated
Yeah.
in this. And it's like, you don't realize how many people it touches when you're supporting somebody who's local and really trying to make a difference. And
It's
that's what we're
beautiful.
doing.
Can't
Thanks
say
for
it better
joining
than
us
that.
today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Spreading some kindness.
It is. It's been a
Absolutely.
great day. We love it. Well, thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us, and stick around. We have more to come with Spotlight New England.
Welcome back to Spotlight New England. I love having Kristi here because I feel like I just got like a shot of espresso.
Well, it's
Like, I feel like I can
like
continue
school, it's
on
like
with my
therapy,
day now.
It's like church. It's
I
like
have
all that at once.
energy. It's all, as we've been saying since the beginning of the year, this year is
It
the
is.
year of energy.
It
And when
is.
you find someone with good energy, like, it is so uplifting.
You're like exuding it stuff from the chair over there.
Yes.
I love it.
So, but the part of the reason I'm a little draggy today is because, you know, we're still dealing with the time change,
Yes.
of course. So, you know, some of us are feeling a little
A
tired.
little tired today. Just a
But
little
now
bit.
the weather at least feels like it's turning a bit.
Yes.
I had the opportunity to finally go outside. Did you?
I did go outside, yes, but
like-
I saw your fun at the beach.
Oh yeah. So we saw whales.
Did you
I'm
see
not whales. I'm sorry.
I'm like, did you see whales?
Sorry. No.
Did you see how?
But
I was-
that's how excited I was. Seals. We saw
I
seals.
was like,
Never mind.
wow, that's gonna make the news.
We saw. Well, it's making the news now. We saw seals though, like from like our like little town.
Oh, I bet they're so cute.
They're huge.
They actually are really
They
big.
were
I
really
know.
big. I
So
was
were they
like,
far? How far?
They're
out were
pretty
they?
far. They're not like. We could see them easily, but I tried to take video, and it wasn't really coming out in the video
Okay,
really
yeah.
of like how it was because they look like a rock because they're sitting on a
They're
rock.
sitting in a rock.
Yeah, but it was like I get very very excited. when I
Yeah.
see stuff like that. I think aquatic life is so cool.
Yes.
And just again like kind of like humbling in the universe.
Just
of,
see
like,
it,
being
right.
like, oh my gosh, all of this goes on.
Yeah.
We're
No,
just
it's
like
true.
one part of it all. But with the weather now kind of like
Thank
hopefully
God.
turning, what are you looking forward to for spring?
Honestly,
like,
just getting outside.
Yeah.
Like really like walking the dogs for a little bit longer. Like now I'm in the morning, like just
Yeah.
walking them so quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for just like all the fun things that have to come with spring.
right, like longer days.
Having
maybe
it be
eating
light
outside.
out. Yeah, like a grilling. Like
Yes.
Matt could finally like dig our grill
Yes.
out the other day. He
We,
was like,
I
"I
was
finally
even
get to
saying
it."
yesterday, I was like, oh, we could have like grilled today, but we can't because there's still snow on the deck.
Yeah,
There's
no.
probably no propane in the thing because we haven't used
crazy.
it in so long. But it was actually funny when we were out, walking and we went down to that little beach and stuff and everyone was out.
Yeah.
Like we met neighbors we hadn't even met before.
See? Isn't that
Everyone was
great?
out. Everyone was like, it was like that.
People were like, oh,
that opening
it's like after
scene.
COVID.
That opening scene of Beauty and the Beast when she's walking around the town,
yes.
and everyone's like waving to each other.
got a
and
bird on your
talking.
hand.
Yes, I mean, really, it was so like that. Like
Oh.
everyone was so happy to be outside
Yeah, no, and I
and like enjoying each other.
And I feel like I'm getting older because, obviously with the kids now being older, I was getting excited about hearing little kids outside.
Yeah.
Kids were like riding their bikes
Yeah.
and playing
That
outside.
was us.
And it just was like a good feeling.
No, it was really nice.
Like,
It was
oh,
really nice.
the warm
So,
weather is here.
Hopefully it's here to stay-ish. March is always a little fickle, but
I
at least we
hope.
can enjoy it right now. And thank you for joining us today on Spotlight New England. We'll see you next time.